Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is Lee, the Ghost Supreme. Welcome to the first episode of the Haunted House. And joining me today is a close personal friend of mine, although we haven't personally met before, but still, we're really good friends on Discord since that's where we, met? No. We didn't meet on Discord yet, did we?
We met on Wattpad, and then I invited you on Discord.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Anyways.
Sorry for bringing you to this nightmare of a server.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Anyways, as you see, my personal... Anyways, yeah, my friend and my guest for today's episode is Shonaku Kano. Say hello, Shonaku.
Hello there. Hello there.
You know, I find it funny that you're busy saying that even though you have not watched a single Star Wars movie in your life.
Actually, I've seen 2 movies.
Wait.
I don't like them that much.
Wait, you've seen 2 Star Wars movies? Surprising.
Yeah, the prequel ones. I watched the prequel ones.
You've watched the prequel trilogy. You've watched movies from the prequel trilogy.
2 of them, the first 2. That's about it.
So Phantom.
I am planning to watch the 3rd one. I'm not watching Clone Wars because I don't feel like watching like 100+ episodes to like these characters more.
I mean, like, you can watch Clone Wars at your own time. Like, you don't have to watch it in order to watch Revenge of the Sith.
Good, because that'll be a dumb way to enjoy the prequel era a lot more if that were the case.
No, like, cause I watched Revenge of the Sith before, watching Clone Wars, and I knew what was gonna happen, but I still love watching the Clone Wars because I love knowing what happened in between.
Makes sense.
Yeah, but like that's not our topic for today because today we're not here to discuss Star Wars, even though we got off topic there. We're here to discuss anime, and if most of you pandemic nerds have just joined in on the anime community in 2020 when coronavirus struck, I will just say this. Okay. You guys have just recently joined the community. I'm not going to be gatekeeping and saying things like this and that. But yeah, I'm talking about a veteran anime watcher because like he's been watching anime since before COVID even struck. So yeah, Shonaku as a resident expert watcher of anime, I just wanted to like invite you here for this call today because like I felt like we could get an insight of what it's like in the anime community and what your experiences has been like watching anime for you.
Okay, well, thank you. That's a very interesting topic. And I've been watching anime since I was a little kid. 4 kids. That's the start of it all. If we're gonna be brutally honest, that's how every Gen Z kids first started watching anime for the most part. Either that or Toonami at Saturday night at Cartoon Network, which was never a thing for me. It was just 4 kids. That would be Sonic X, Yu-Gi-Oh, and I know there's a few others that I'm forgetting there. I guess Shaman King was there, but I never watched Shaman King. Although the reboot got all the original 4 Kids actors to reprise their roles, which is interesting. So I might check it out if I'm interested enough because I do love the 4 Kids actors. You started out watching anime on 4 Kids. Yeah, I mean, say what you want about 4 Kids, they were just doing their job. And at least consistently, they know how to make a great theme song. And man, they made 2003 Turtles. You can't hate them for that.
Wait, they did also do early dubbing for Pokemon. Am I correct?
Oh yeah, the original 4 Kids dubbing for Pokemon, where I still love the Veronica Taylor as Ash. It turns out she also voices May, and she voices April in TMNT 2003.
Huh.
She's still active in the anime community, which I'm very happy of. I mean, so yeah, that's great to see. I just wish other 4 Kids voice actors also get more active. I know that the Joey Wheeler VA is still active. I mean, he was Michelangelo and several stuff. The Leonardo one was barely. He was the main lead in Your Name, but other than that, he's not that much active. And I wish Dan Green was more like his voice is. He is a phenomenal VA. And he's just he's just really fun to watch.
Oh, you don't say.
Yeah, also like sometimes I like watching old 4 Kids stuff because you can realize that they had a little fun with the scripts. Like especially I noticed in GX where they added some like straight up abridged lines. When this one character named Chad's like, I summon Speedrun 2 Electric Boogaloo. Well, I meant it was Speedrun Turbo.
Oh, That sounds
Yeah.
like that sounds fun to watch. Like honestly I will confess I have watched Pokemon as a kid, but I do not remember everything. I literally do not remember everything.
Yeah, like for years I thought that sushi roll was a rice ball was a donut.
Wait, really?
I mean that they called them donuts in the 4 Kids dub, mate.
Bruh, no, 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 no. For kids, like I get it. You're dubbing anime for little kids, but like,
Localization. They already explained it the reason on the Q&A 10 years ago.
oh, really?
Yeah, localization. But nowadays it's not really much of an issue.
I mean, like, yeah, I know about localization because like I watched JoJo's and they changed the names just to avoid copyright with the stands and characters.
Like weather forecast, which I don't mind. I mean, the only dumb one I actually remember visually disliking is the word Zipperman, but like whatever. I mean, whatever the name is there to name it if you're trying to avoid copyright.
Like the original stand name was Sticky Fingers, and then like for Killer, and then like say like for Yoshikage Kira, his stand Killer Queen, they decided to rename it Deadly Queen because Queen and the song Killer.
I mean, alright, I mean, again, not much of a big change and it's still accurate to the stand. Anyway, but yeah, I grew up with anime, and then later on, I've ever called my first, like, introduction to a Shonen Jump anime that isn't Yu-Gi-Oh! Is Bleach, believe it or not. It's one of the first animes I see. I came back from karate school one day. I used to karate. That's long dead. And my dad just got the DVD set, and I just watched it, and I fall in love with it. I kept rewatching over and over. That DVD had the Ichigo versus Ikaku fight, which is one of my favorite fights. So that one has some nostalgic attachment to me.
Wow, that is actually very insightful because like I honestly, because like going from people that I knew, like main anime that would be first watches would either be Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, or Dragon Ball, but like it was surprising for me to hear that you watch Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, and then like Bleach.
Yeah, well, the first was is from what I can recall is Sonic X, and then Yu-Gi-Oh. Pokemon being very late. Like I know of its existence, but I just never like seen much of it until like it aired on Cartoon Network for Diamond and Pearl was when I first properly watched the series, and then I decided to like watch all the old episodes on streaming services of Kanto. Not much of Johto because Johto is garbage. Never watched much of Hoenn. Heard I'm not missing much. And then I watched all of Black and White. It's the Dragon Ball GT of the series. Sorry about no offense, Ghost. And
No. It's okay. Like one thing I've learned about when dealing with people in the Dragon Ball community, just like what you like and don't get heated when everybody else doesn't like what you like because honestly, preferences.
Nice response. And then currently, I'm actually making a reaction series with Fire Emperor. If I could figure out a way how to upload it without the Pokemon company striking me down, is Pokemon XY the reaction series. I'm like me and him are like 50 episodes in, and we are loving it. It really the people I can see why it's the gold standard of Pokemon.
Honestly, I will admit I have watched XY and XYZ, and like that. That was really good. That was a really good time for Pokemon, in my opinion.
Yeah, it was. We're currently watching the sub. As much as I like the dub, I like the music in the sub more than the dub.
Yeah,
And also the change some dialogues here and there.
the music is goated. I will not lie. I have heard some of the soundtracks, and it is goated.
Is that was it? Dori dori da power da ba da ba ba da. And also like Ikuze da da di di da di do.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah. I've been listening to that opening song endlessly for weeks now. My gosh, I can't stop listening to it. It's amazing.
you love to hear it.
You'll have to hear it indeed. And okay, and I'm also thinking of watching Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds like again. Like currently, I'm in a Yu-Gi-Oh! High right now after like many years of dormant from leaving the series when I was a kid.
Honestly, from your activity on Discord and showing that you keep playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. Remember, guys, you can get it on Steam. It's really fun to play. I have not played it yet because I'm not into Yu-Gi-Oh! But I will recommend you guys play it from Shonaku's experience playing it.
Yeah, just you gotta deal with some meta deck players. They're annoying as frick, my gosh. But thankfully, when I do manage to counter them, it's the most satisfying thing I have ever felt. Like screw your sprites, screw your IP Mascaras, screw your Sky Strikers, screw your Exodia decks, screw your Riddick players, screw your Numerons. Get dunked on by old school Synchro.
Wow.
I'm not. Yeah.
Wait, so like you said you've been watching anime since you were a little kid. Like since how old were you when you were watching anime for the first time?
From my earliest memory, when I was 4. I probably watched more. I probably watched a lot more when I was like younger with my dad because he also watches anime. I remember. I never actually watched Dragon Ball Z until 2011. It was my introduction with Z-Kai in the like in the middle of the Saiyan saga. Obviously the introduction, but I didn't watch the part with Raditz. I watched the part where they were waiting for Goku to arrive against Vegeta and Nappa after Yamcha died again.
Oh, that's actually fairly interesting. So you could say that you were practically watching anime for almost your entire life.
Yeah, and and I've been expanding my search. I mean, currently right now, I'm in this like weekly server that does like a weekly stream of some anime, and unfortunately, we do like a wheel. There's some good anime, some bad anime, some anime I don't even want to discuss without getting canceled.
I mean, like you can only. I mean, like you can get canceled. You can only get canceled if you give the people power to cancel you. So like you don't have to worry about them. Just like don't care about them. It's your opinion.
I just don't want to tell you. I just don't want to tell you what they are, and let your mind go to curiosity and search it out. I'm sparing you that trauma.
What, like rent a girlfriend? I remember you showed me because I was curious one time, and
3 minutes.
3 minutes. 3 minutes, and those are 3 minutes I'm never gonna get back.
Yeah. You hate to see it.
Yeah, but
speaking of anime, recently we actually did a little reaction thing on my channel. We watched To Eternity Season 2. Remember when we first watched Season 1 last year?
Oh yeah, To Eternity. That was such a beautiful anime, really well written. And just like every episode, I don't know why, but like you're doing good writing if every episode you can get someone like me who doesn't even cry. It takes a lot to make a person like me cry, and To Eternity, they'd be crying almost every 2 episodes, or every episode, if at the most.
Yeah, Yoshitokyo Oima knows how to make a person cry. I mean, again, they're the same. She's the same woman who made A Silent Voice, my favorite movie of all time, which you also seen, Ghost.
Oh yeah, A Silent Voice, another beautifully written thing. Like it was really, really amazing. Like honestly, I can say if I have to choose between anime and American comics and comic adaptations, I'd rather take anime because like anime and manga, good.
Don't cut the Western animation stuff cut them some slack. I mean, they made some pretty darn good stuff in their own right.
I mean, like I won't deny it, but like you cannot deny that some things are just like but lackluster nowadays. But that's just some of the stuff that we shouldn't really be paying attention to.
Yeah.
After all, we came here to talk about anime, so we're gonna be talking about anime.
Yep. Okay, and I mean, we're getting like a TMNT last run-in video game adaptation, which is awesome. I love the comic, and I'm excited to play the game. It's gonna be like a God of War inspired too. Hopefully, it's like old school and not the modern ones, because I hate the cameras and the modern ones.
Oh, okay. I will admit the camera angles for God of War 2018 and God of War Ragnarok, that was there was a big jump from what we had in God of War 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, I prefer the old school camera than the modern one.
I mean, like, there at least you can see when enemies are gonna come up behind you.
Yeah, I mean, at least if you're gonna do that, at least do what Arkham Knight did, is that when you're not fighting, make it up close, and you're fighting, zoom the camera out. That's
actually a really good idea. Take note, Santa Monica Studios.
Yeah. Anyway, anime. So yeah, season 1. What are your thoughts on season 1 on To Eternity?
Like I said, like I had my doubts because like you kept hyping, because I remember you kept hyping up stuff. You kept hyping up A Silent Voice, and you also kept hyping up To Eternity, and I just didn't want to bother with it. But I decided to give it a shot. I reacted with you guys. I reacted with you and everybody in your Discord server, and it was honestly it blew me out of the water. I have not been introduced to good writing in a long time because of that, and I must say, it was a nice fresh cup of tea for me.
Yeah, it lived up to the hype I've been giving it.
Yeah, honestly, yeah, because like I honestly can't say I've had my doubt. I honestly can't say I've had my doubts. Oh wait, because like yeah, because I remember sometimes when watching anime and people just hype it up, like you just don't want to watch it, you know, like say like somebody's just gassing up this one thing and it turns out you just don't want it because everybody's being so annoying about it.
I mean, for me, like there's this anime that's been hyped up and actually looks really good that I want to check out, but I still haven't yet. I only seen like one episode, but I'm really into it. It's called Bocchi the Rock. I really want to watch more of it.
Oh, I
Because
actually
it
heard
looks
about
so
that.
hilarious.
I actually heard about
Oh
it
yeah,
from somebody, but I don't have any idea what it's about. Can you please elaborate for us, please?
okay. It's like a girl who wants to be in a band, really good at music, but has social anxiety, and basically learns how to not it learns how to gets friends, learns to be more comfortable around others, and apparently has a lot of comedic stuff, and also a really good styles animation. If I recall correctly, they actually would switch to like a gag with CGI, which turned out to be hilarious, and the characters are pretty nice and memorable, and it's kind of like a slice of life, but with depth underneath the onion.
That actually sounds really interesting. Like I might have to give that a shot after watching The Eminence in Shadow, because like I recently started watching that, and honestly, like I say, I am very pleased with that. Like from what I've seen so far in the first episode, it's an isekai anime, but
Love isekai.
yeah, because like the MC was just like, you don't know what's up with the MC, and you didn't even know the MC was the MC until the end of the episode.
Ah, interesting. Now that actually sounds interesting. I'll check it out eventually.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, To Eternity Season 1 brought you despair, and To Eternity Season 2 brought you hope. Is how you sum up To Eternity?
Yeah, that would be an accurate summary of what I would say about To Eternity.
Yeah.
Like honestly,
Yeah,
I honestly thought.
Season 3?
Excuse me.
You excited for Season 3?
Oh yeah, apparently season 3 is supposed to take place in the modern world, if I'm not mistaken.
The modern arc, that's what it's called.
Hmm.
And right now in the manga, it's now in the future arc. It's actually very different. I was expecting something like it has things I expected, but it has things I did not expect, and it actually got me intrigued. What they are, I'm not going to tell you.
Oh, I have a question for you. Since we
That's the question.
since I was on the topic about people just being annoying about typing shows up, we decided to delve into fandoms as well. Like, in your experience, how are anime fandoms? Like, how are anime fandoms in your experience?
Okay, before I get to anime fandoms, I just want to say that I'm in the Sonic fandom my whole life, and not once have I thought I want to leave. Not once. Anime fandoms sure know how to speedrun that.
To make you just want to leave it?
Yes, remember I remember I left the My Hero Academia fandom, like really, I should have left it for a good while until Ryan just made me watch Invincible. I was like, oh great, thank you Ryan for making me go back, making me interested in superheroes, because it not only was left the My Hero fandom because of how annoying the fandom is, it's because I was just burnt out in superheroes.
Superhero burnout. You can thank the My Hero fandom for that. You can thank Marvel for that.
Marvel, actually, it's mostly Marvel and My Hero.
Yeah, like Marvel's just been pumping. The Marvel Studios and Disney has just been pumping out movie after movie, and honestly, it's getting quite old. So yeah, I can understand your superhero burnout with that.
And then boom, Invincible. Okay, like we're superheroes, but we're graphic, and we have a nice story between father and son.
Yeah, Invincible. It may not be an anime, but honestly, it really is an amazing show to watch.
Yep. It's yeah. I mean, like it made me it made me cry, so I'll give it that.
Love to see it. So,
Like just my tears, sadist.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, you're not. Anyway, okay. Oh yeah, super. Let's talk about anime films. Actually, oh, wait, no, we're still on fandoms.
Yeah, we're still on fandoms.
Okay.
Sorry, but we can actually move to films after we're done talking about the fandoms.
Okay, yeah, yeah. But I'm like the thing I learned from from experience from My Hero fandom is this: you can be a fan of the thing, you just don't have to be a part or active within the community.
I mean,
That's what I took away from it. Just you could just be a fan of the show you like, and boom. I mean, my dad's still a fan of many shows, and not once has he been like annoyed by people who are fans of it because he never participated in it ever.
honestly,
The only other person he talked to is me and my sister.
honestly, I can believe that fandoms can be very toxic. And how toxic? And what was your most toxic experience within a fandom, like any fandom?
My Hero Academia and like it pains me to say My Hero Academia because I love My Hero Academia. It's one of my favorite shonen animes ever.
I mean, like, I can't blame you because, like, I didn't know about. I only found out about My Hero Academia in 2018, and I decided to give it a watch, and I honestly instantly fell in love with it after watching the first season.
Yeah, I love the show. I still think the show is good. The writer and creator has a good story. They have a good series. They have good characters, and then the show has great animation, the great music, great everything. For the most part, it's flawed. There's a lot. Every show is flawed. That's nothing special, but it's good. It's just the fandom. My gosh, just knows how to kill. Like, remember when there was a time where I was obsessed with Yuzu Ultra. Remember that?
Oh yeah, that another yes, and that's something that also should be brought up within fandoms, shipping communities.
I want them to rot.
Honest,
Well, for the most part. Well, for the most part, as long as you mind your own business, like my gosh.
yeah, like shipping communities can be pretty hella toxic, and honestly, I don't think I've seen a shipping community worse than the My Hero fandom's shipping community. I mean,
It's disturbing that the Bakadeka community is so passionate in defending a relationship that's basically the equivalent of Joker and Harley Quinn.
yeah,
And I'm
like
being serious. Like it's literally like, oh, okay, so you support Stockholm syndrome. That's concerning. Get some help.
it's also very concerning with people shipping Deku and All Might and Chisaki and Eri, Deku and Eri.
That's every fandom with their own creepy pedo crap. Like that's not like the issue. Like everyone unanimously agree that they suck. It's
And-
mostly like
And you know what's the funny part? You know what's the funny part?
it's mostly it's the funny part.
The funny part is, I don't know why, but some people are trying to normalize pedophilia right now. I don't know why.
You mean Shotas in lollies? Yeah, but I don't want to talk about that. That's freaking annoying. Okay, what were we discussing about before? Shipping?
Oh yeah, we were discussing like how toxic and disgusting shipping communities were.
Yeah. You mean still is?
Oh yeah, sorry. Like I was saying, I was referring in past tense because like before we stopped recording. But yeah,
Okay, so ironically, I'm currently, since I'm back in my Pokemon craze for XY, and my love for worshipping when I was a kid just reignited with the burning fire. And yeah, so basically, I have like, I'm obsessed with the worshipping right now, and I'm in the worshipping Reddit and also in the Twitter community.
my
Which is
guy,
a mistake, but yeah.
my guy.
Yeah.
Did I just hear you correctly?
Yeah, I'm back to shipping craze.
Reddit and
Oh.
Twitter.
Well, on Reddit, I like to. Reddit posts a lot of good fan art that I couldn't find on other sites. And I only follow more shipping artists on Twitter.
Okay, you dived into the rabbit hole. I don't know if you'll ever come back out.
Yeah. And like I seen the drama, of course, between more shippers, poke shippers, and whatever. Yeah, it turns out the Pokemon community has pretty much a civil war with each other when it comes to shipping.
Isn't that
Especially-
every fandom?
Yeah, true, but with Pokemon, it's like they go out of the way to make disturbing posts. I don't want to describe in detail, but when I will describe that's tame, and this is being nice about the tame part, is when like they have where there's one Pokeshipper like showed like a obviously traced animation of Misty cutting Serena's head off with the evil smile on her face.
Ah, that is that is disturbing. All because you don't like a certain ship.
Yeah, and notice that I called it tame. You don't. Yeah, it gets worse. I don't want to describe it.
Oh no! Like that's just the sugar coated version of the most tame piece.
Yeah.
Oh no! I honestly do not want. I honestly do not want to jump into that
Rabbit hole.
No, I do not want to jump into that inferno.
Yeah. Also, yeah, have you noticed I've been posting on more shipping? Okay, off topic. Let's go back to shipping. Like, back to my crazy obsession. Have you noticed I've been posting a lot about more shipping on the Pokemon channel?
Honestly, I'm going to be honest. Sometimes I get too much notifications from your server, so I kinda muted it.
Muted it.
Yep.
Yeah, no, it's valid. Besides, I wouldn't blame you because I posted like 200 or more shipping pics on that channel.
I keep hearing dip.
Yeah, let me check how many more shipping pics are on my phone right now. Not that much, just 855.
Okay, so bottom line for the shipping community, like if you want to ship something, just do it in your own silence. Don't try to go off saying this is the best and yada yada. Don't even try and attack people just because they have a different shipping opinion as you. And if you're gonna be shipping some weird ships, please get some help.
Jump off a building.
I was gonna say get some help, but jump off a building works better. You're doing society a favor.
Yeah, basically, yeah, yeah. My God. Okay, so were we doing ships and stuff?
Yeah, like
in
conclusion, like the shipping community is cringe and fandoms, like honestly, fandoms are just it's just a melting pot. It's just a melting pot of toxic people, from what I've seen.
I'm so happy I never interacted with the Bleach fandom ever.
Honestly, I've never interacted with a Bleach fandom. I've never interacted with a Naruto fandom. I have had the unfortunate displeasure of interacting with a Dragon Ball fandom. And oh my god, like if they're not fighting against other animes, they're fighting against each other with their own anime. Like you'll have the super fans fighting against the GT fans, and then what happens? Everybody's just gonna be bashing on each other, saying this and that, and they're going out with this back and forth. It's honestly,
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, that's honestly one of the main reasons I decided to get out of the Dragon Ball fandom and just like stop watching Dragon Ball, mostly because like it's just so bad. Like it was bad enough when there was still the argument of can Goku beat this guy? Can this guy beat Goku? Can that guy beat Goku?
Nowadays, I whenever Death Valley brings in a Dragon Ball character, I just want the Dragon Ball character to lose, no matter who it is, just to see the Dragon Ball community in fumes, because that's entertaining.
Honestly, looking back at the Vegeta versus Thor one, it was very satisfying to see Vegeta get killed.
Yeah, it's not because it's hate towards the character; it's just the reaction towards diehard cringe fans of the character.
Yeah. And then there's another thing. What is
it?
Like, have you noticed with fandoms that every time it's not just limited to the Dragon Ball fandom. Have you noticed with fandoms that they're always comparing characters to one another and saying that this character can one shot this character? I've noticed through my YouTube shorts whenever they just pop up, sometimes I just see this versus videos with this wheel and stuff, and they just be having like characters like Tanjiro from Demon Slayer going up against, I don't know, like Saitama from One Punch Man, and then sometimes they just be going off always just all these versus videos, and honestly, it just sparks flame wars in the communities, and it's getting tiresome for me. What's your opinion on that?
Remember when versus stuff used to be fun?
Yeah.
Yeah, and like I just ignore. I was like, oh, okay, so you're one of those cringe like, actually, Asa can like solo the whole My Hero for us. LOL. I love when Asa screams in my ear. It turns me on. Blah blah blah.
Oh yeah, Black Clover community. Honestly, I'm glad I did not even join them. And I will be honest, I only watched like 12 episodes of Black Clover so far, and it did keep me entertained for those 12 episodes.
Yeah, how many times did Asti yell?
He yells every episode.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I mean, like, yeah, Asta is always just yelling, but like, I find it funny because I find Asta funny, in my opinion.
Yeah, did you watch dub or sub? That's my question.
Yeah, I watched both.
Oh, okay, because apparently he yells a lot more in sub.
Yeah, that part I was made well aware of. Yami is actually my favorite character in there so far.
Yeah, I mean, the only Black Clover stuff I've seen is when Asta fought against his like inner demon. What's his name? The one that's voiced by Bryce Papenbrook.
Honestly, I have no idea what you're talking about, and I do not mind the spoilers. I
don't know much about it either. Like, I'm just saying this purely out of that one fight clip animation I've seen. That's generally really good with a really good line to it. It's like, but I got the will to live. I really like the delivery of that line. Like, I don't know what it is. Like, I don't know what it is, but it's a really good fight where he fought with one arm against the guy with anti-magic. It's like his inner demon. I don't know.
That's actually very interesting. Like, I'm actually looking forward to seeing that now.
Yeah, I mean, you can look up the fight. It's pretty easy to find. Anyway, yeah. Actually, speaking of fandoms, I'm the reason why you left the My Hero fandom, huh?
Oh, it's not just you. You, Ryan, Mania.
I don't know who that last guy is, but he sounds like a guy who hasn't touched grass in a while.
Honestly, I can say this personally. The fandoms need to touch grass.
But if I recall correctly, there was like a meme that went around when Nezuko's VA lost followers because she has a boyfriend, and she tweeted out, "Go touch some grass."
Honestly, that is very disturbing. You know.
It's like, okay, wait, why are you so upset that the voice actress of a little girl has a boyfriend?
Yeah, like that the voice, and oh my god, you just thank you for saying this, because like I remember another toxic fandom, and honestly, I'm glad I'm not part of the fandom, and I'm glad I still watch the series. But oh my god, Attack on Titan.
Ah, I remember. Oh, great show, great series, meh ending, and fandom is pretty annoying. But thankfully, when Hajime-san went to America for our Comic-Con, everyone was cheered for him, to the point he almost cried in happiness.
Honestly, I can just say sorry. I'm sorry for talking over you. Go on, say what you wanted to say.
Well, Attack on the Attack on Titan I've only been a part of like here and there. But overall, I'm not really like active a part of it, which is so good for me because it allows me to enjoy the series without contamination, or I shouldn't say the word contamination, but without any annoying voices in my head. Yeah, man, great show, great series. So, what you want to say?
Oh yeah, like I just wanted to say, like when you brought up that voice actor thing for Nezuko's voice actor. I remembered something. I remember when Sasha died in season 4, part 1.
Oh, the Gabby, the best girl, yeah.
When Gabi's voice actor got death threats. The animators at Mappa got death threats because Sasha got killed, and I'm just like, and I'm thinking, okay, what the hell is wrong with these people? Sending death threats to people was just voicing and just animating something. that was based off of a manga, and you guys like sent me death threats. Like, how toxic can you guys be? That is disgusting.
If I recall correctly, Gabby's VA also voices Ochaka in My Hero. So
You can imagine
Yeah.
that. You can imagine. Why am I getting a feeling that those are My Hero fans that just came in, that joined the Attack on Titan fandom as well?
I don't know. I mean, I loved AOT before I saw My Hero. For a while, AOT is my all-time favorite, and then My Hero, and then My Evergarden.
Honestly, yeah. Fandoms can get really toxic to the point where they'd even harass their own. To the point where they'd even harass the mangakas, the creators of the series.
If I recall correctly, like the harassments were so bad that the studio actually sent out to tell them, shut up, be quiet, be grateful that we're even doing it in the first place, and go touch grass.
Yeah, like honestly, that is an appropriate response because, like, seriously. And I still remember people. I still remember Mappa getting a lot of flack for that one scene where Eren puts on that coat when he breaks out of prison.
Wait,
just
what?
like,
Wait, they were getting flagged for that? I thought the girls were horny for that.
no. They wanted it to be looking exactly like how it was done in a manga, and then they saying these guys, we can do it better than you guys can, and I'm just like, and me speaking as an animator, I will just say this: those guys need to shut up. Like, those guys need to shut up because, like, they have no idea that. And plus I've heard about the working conditions at Mappa, and like, those guys
terrible, absolutely terrible.
yeah, those guys have no idea what hell the animators are going through there. So they really need to be quiet and stop talking.
Yeah, I mean, another friend of mine who works in the anime industry worked closely with, well, obviously, the animation of a lot of shows. Like he worked on Live, Studio Pivotal, etc., etc. I can go on, but the point is, he knows how everything works, and he knows how the absolute, what's the word I'm going for, cluster truck that you have to go through to even finish an episode. If I recall correctly, in one of the Chainsaw Man episodes, they had to literally outsource the colorings for one of the episodes at the last possible second. Like, it was freaking rushed. The scheduling was horrible.
Honestly, working on crunch time is very, very stressful for an animator. So, like, yeah, so yeah, people in the fandoms really need to learn when to shut up.
And I actually hate those posts like, oh my gosh, this looks bad. Let me fix this quickly.
Oh my god.
Oh, hire me, blah blah. Shut up.
Yeah,
Shut
no.
up.
You do not know you do not know better.
Oh my gosh, like, my hero fans when they see blue sky, oh my gosh, touch grass.
Yeah, like, and honestly, I got a very strong feeling that these are people who started watching anime after coronavirus locked them in their houses.
We're like, anyway, yeah, yeah, I'm kind of done talking about fandoms. They're annoying now, like,
Yeah,
yeah.
we can move on. We can move on to the next topic because, like, I believe that fandoms are starting to drain the energy out of us, and we're not even communicating with people in those fandoms.
Okay, yeah, because they're headaches. So anyway, anime films. One of my favorite things to watch. Let's start with what people think of anime films. People immediately think of Studio Ghibli because they're known for anime films. Like, I only seen a few of their films. One being Castle in the Sky, my favorite of their works. The Secret of Arrietty, Howl's Moving Castle, and the one with the princess in the sky with the bugs. I forgot what it's called, but it's that one. Yeah, they're pretty good, decent films. I enjoyed them. What about you?
Honestly, when I'm thinking about anime films, like, I remember watching some films off of some anime, but like, it wasn't just film, but I never saw. There was only one film that I saw that only had an anime. That was only animated, but it didn't have an anime with it. Like, and that was A Silent Voice. But like, if it had an anime with it that the film came after it, I'd have to say I watched Dragon Ball films. I watched some Naruto films, Bleach. Honestly, some of the Bleach films were actually kind of nice to watch.
I only like 2 of them. The other 2 were. I mean, I do like the live action Bleach movie though. That was really good.
Oh yeah, that was actually okay. I will say that live action doesn't really go so well as we can see with Dragon Ball Evolution, the Attack on Titan live action movies.
I mean, the OT live action movies weren't that bad. I mean, at least the Titans were crazy unhinged and actually sells the horror.
Nah, they look like they were cringe. Like, bruh. Like, no.
They're not supposed to look good regardless.
Yeah, okay, I will admit there was nightmare fuel, but the plot was they couldn't have at least like tried to stick with the anime and the manga. Like we had Titans, we had ODM gear, but like almost all the male characters look the same. No different hairstyles, no different hair colors.
Yeah, oh man, I'm not gonna say anything about that part.
No, like it was,
Anyway.
and plus it was dark, and plus the lighting was dark the whole time, so like you could barely tell who was who unless you were seeing the subtitles.
I do like the Titan on Titan fights though. I enjoyed that.
Oh yeah, there was good. Dragon Ball Evolution, no. But Bleach,
I mean,
wait,
it's not that bad.
Bleach, okay, Bleach was really good. Like I'm not sure about it. I'm not sure about Full Metal Alchemist. I haven't seen the movie or the anime
It was
yet.
bad.
I've heard the live action movie was bad.
Yeah. Oh, you're interesting about the director of the Bleach movie. He's in charge of directing the live action My Hero movie.
Well, Bleach actually had a fairly decent. Well, Bleach had a nice, decent adaptation, and it was like packing in the first. It was packing in like the first arc of Bleach, and just making it into, yeah.
I'm pretty sure that the movie, the live action My Hero movie is gonna be more original because I don't see how you could fit the first season within a 90-minute film.
Honestly, yeah. If you're gonna have the characters, like just have a good plot that stays within the story, but like just don't make it like based off of a certain thing because like that's always a hit and miss sometimes, you know.
Yeah, and since it's Japan with their own CGI, I mean, granted, the CGI in Bleach was really good, but I'm expecting some characters to be cut out, which I'll be perfectly fine with, because of they basically had to be CGI the whole time. If they're trying to be practical, like say Tokiyami said, that's gonna look goofy.
Yeah, Tokiyami, that is gonna be something very tough to do.
Yeah, unless they wanna, and like if they try to CGI the head, then it's gonna be really tough for those VFX artists.
Yeah, that's actually gonna be extremely tough. Like I can honestly say I have not had an experience, you know, adding CGI to a live action shot, to a live, but yeah, it's that something tells me that is gonna be really painful to do.
Speaking of, continue.
No, like I still remember I was for my third year in the animation school. I was working in a group for this project. We had to do a short film, and I was animating and I was doing the lighting and the shading, but also yeah, the person who was doing VFX and compositing, like that guy was going through hell, and he was also going through hell since we had to, you know, since our renders they just took so long and some of them came out broken and such. But like yeah, I cannot imagine the VFX artists and animators having to work on that, because like that literally sounds like it's gonna be hell.
Yeah. And okay, back on anime films because we went straight off to live action. An anime film I actually watched recently was Suzume, which I recommend. It's really good. It has out of what's the Comics Way Films library? They made Your Name, Weathering with You, and Suzume. And out of the 3, Suzume I like the most for its adventure, but has the weakest romance because the studio is known for having really good romances, like tight romances. Like Your Name is the most popular one when it comes to romance, and Weathering with You is pretty good with a really decent romance. And this one I felt like the weakest. The romance felt like an afterthought, and the adventure was the main focus. But which I did enjoy the adventure a lot. But when it comes to the romance and caring, I didn't feel much. But I did feel the connection between the main character and her relative, which, well, which I'm very happy about. I recommend it. If I recall correctly, it's still in theaters for a bit longer. And the guy who voiced the main role lead is Josh Keaton, voice of Spectacular Spider-Man.
Oh, no. Oh, that is very interesting to hear.
Yep. Like, Your Name had the TMNT 2003 Leonardo VA play the main lead, Taki. Yeah, that's his name, Taki. And then Stephanie Shea voiced Hinata, and Hime voices Mitsuha, the main femme lead. Can't say I don't know the main leads for Wuthering Hughes, but yeah, they're all good movies in their own right. Like, I think if I recall correctly, Your Name has the best romance. Wuthering with You has the best middle ground of the two, and Suzumi has the best action adventure.
That actually sounds like a good recommendation for me to watch, and for anyone interested in to watch as well.
Yeah, fun fact: Silent Voice and Your Name actually had a bit of a rivalry because they came out a little close to each other around when they both came out.
Huh. Nothing like a little rivalry to get people going and watching something.
And the Silent Voice lost to Boss Baby at the Oscars, so I'm mad.
Really? Like, Silent Voice was such a really good movie.
Yeah, the adults can't handle a breathtaking movie. They just want to think about, hey, look, it's Tobey Maguire being the narrator, which I'm pretty sure is the only reason why he won, because Tobey Maguire was the narrator, and Jason Griffith was one of the characters.
So they just decided to look at a Silent Voice and just like,
I'm gonna put some dirt in your eye.
I hate. Aw, dude.
I'm sorry, but you mentioned Tobey Maguire, so like I had to say it.
Yeah. My nose. Anyway, okay, and an anime film, let's see here, that I've seen. Well, I've seen some others that isn't this connected to the animes I've already seen. There's gonna be a Spy X Family movie.
Oh,
so that's gonna be good. Since it's gonna be an original story, you can just go ahead and watch it and enjoy the anime.
Oh, that's actually nice to hear.
Yep.
Okay, Shonaku, I got a question for you. Throughout your years, you have mentioned that there's anime that you loved watching, anyway as well. So, throughout your years of watching anime, has there anything that you absolutely regret watching?
Like, if I see like a good chunk, not just like 3 minutes and drop. Okay, like if it's a 3 minutes and drop, I'll usually say like, oh, it's RAG and blah. But that's boring. I
mean, like, I'm pretty sure everybody with common sense regrets watching Rent a Girlfriend.
Unless they like it unironically, then they're just like Sneeko. He's just like me for real. Anyway, that would be an anime regretfully watching. That would be. Well, I didn't really fully watch it. I only like seeing clips, like a compilation of it on a. It's Redo of Healer. It's Redo of Healer.
Redo of Healer.
Yeah, and then there's also High School DxD and other anime. Yeah, it's basically Arrow anime that I regret watching. Like a large majority of it I regretted watching.
Oh, okay, so ecchi stuff you don't like.
Well, for the most part. I mean, there's. Yeah, actually, yeah, all of them, yeah.
You hate to see it.
Yeah.
And would you, and for anybody who's like thinking of watching anime, or would you recommend that they watch it, or would you say don't bother with it? What would you say?
Don't even think about it. That's my response.
And I have to ask you this. if you have any if you have any advice that you can give to people in the anime community, like what advice would that be?
Touch grass and be better and not be a cringe lord.
And honestly, how much anime do you think somebody should be watching? You know, like a day or maybe a week.
Well, it all depends on their preference and how much they want to consume. Like I've seen some people like just straight up like binge all of One Piece within a few months. So like it's all up to their pace. Like if so like for someone to start, I would recommend a anime that's short, simple, gets to the point. Like say Shikimori's Not Just a Cutie, or which is like 12 episodes, or maybe if I want to show them an emotional anime, I'll show them To Your Eternity. Or if they want to watch like a mystery anime, Erased. Or if they want to watch like an isekai movie, well, Sword Art Online. Or if they want to watch like just a good or slice of life, that's a little hard to say, but maybe Toradora if they're into like romance drama. Or if they just want, or if someone wants to watch like a show with really good action, with a good comedy, One Punch Man, or maybe even Mob Psycho 100.
Okay, this question just gonna be for purely comedic purposes.
What's the question? Is it what's my wife or something?
No. Okay, we can't get onto that topic. We could have got onto that topic if we decided to stay on fandoms, but like yeah, we agreed fandoms were gonna be a headache, and that's another topic in fandoms.
Okay, what's the question?
Oh yeah, I wanted to know: would you, in your personal opinion, recommend the dubbed version of Ghost Stories to people?
Well, I recommend watching a compilation of it. That's what I recommend. But yeah, sure, go ahead. You can watch it. Go ahead. Laugh like crazy. Like if I was watching it, I was watching a compilation with like in a call on a different server, and I almost died because I laughed too much.
Like from what I've heard from everybody, like that is the first abridged series that was made.
Well, it's an official dub that just happens to be an abridged series.
I mean, like you have the energy of an abridged series, but you an official English dub, and apparently the studio's like go do whatever you want with it, like go ahead, go crazy.
We don't care.
Go crazy. We don't care.
Yeah, which is why that Yu-Gi-Oh! GX kind of has that abridged vibe to it. It's not constantly there, but you definitely feel it at some moments, which is why I recommend GX, the dub. Unfortunately, the fourth season was never translated into the English dub, only sub. But I mean, it's still good.
I mean, like I remember watching Yu-Gi-Oh! GX when I was a kid. That was literally before I started getting into Dragon Ball.
Yep. Game on, get your game on. Come on now, better play your cards right. Game on, get your game on. Okay, off topic.
No. That was actually kind of funny. Like just remembering the nostalgia of when a person would be watching anime as a kid.
Yeah. Let's see here. What else? Oh, okay. Oh yeah, anime films. I don't think I have much to say about it. Oh yeah. I guess I'll talk about the movies that tie in with the shows. I suppose.
I guess we can go in there.
Yeah, my favorite movie that ties in with the show is the movie that actually continues right after the story. That being Violet Evergarden, the movie. Like, there's two movies, but there's the second one is more like a conclusive end to the series, and I loved it. It's my favorite movie that is connected to the show. And then my second favorite, that's a hard pick between Future Reborn, Broly, and Superhero.
Oh,
Reborn,
so it's a hard pick between 3 Dragon Ball movies.
Yeah, one from Z, one Super, and one Superhero.
And the funny part is Toriyama forgot that Dragon Ball Super was named Dragon Ball Super, so he titled the movie Superhero.
He actually did forget.
Yeah, he forgot that Dragon Ball Super was called Dragon Ball Super. So when it came
How the heck does that happen?
So
Man,
when
he
so,
worked with Toyotaro on the manga.
now, like apparently from what I heard, Toriyama was giving in key points, but like Toyotaro had most creative freedom on the manga when it came to like writing the story. When it came to like doing the manga.
Man, Toriyama, man. I mean, the guy's.
I mean, like
Toriyama.
Toriyama.
You know what? I'm gonna let this slide because it's actually hilarious. So I'll let it slide.
Yeah, I mean, like Toriyama's a very forgetful guy. If you know how Super Saiyan 3 came to be, then you know that Toriyama, he actually thought he didn't know that Super Saiyan 2 was Super Saiyan 2. Like he forgot Super Saiyan 2 was its own transformation. So he
which
made.
is fair. I mean, it was just kind of fair when you think about it. There's not much difference between Super Saiyan 1 and 2.
I mean, like yeah, like Super Saiyan 2 was just basically ascended Super Saiyan at the time.
Yeah, with lightning.
Yeah, so when he was making a design for Super Saiyan 3, he thought that he in his honest opinion, in his honest thoughts, thought that was Super Saiyan 2. So then when he was informed that Super Saiyan 2 was already a thing, then he decided to change it into Super Saiyan 3.
All right. Anyway, we're getting off topic again. Yeah, but so second phase is between those. My favorite Naruto film. I'm gonna be honest here. I don't like that. I don't like much of the Naruto films. Like the only one that came to mind that I actually like really like was Blood Prison, and I guess Will of Fire because kind of mainly Shikamaru focused.
Oh,
And then the last, it's not that good.
I mean, like I did enjoy watching the last because like it did bring some emotional content, and it also had some good action. The choreography was nice in my opinion, but like also there was another thing. But it was another film that I liked, and I'm not sure if I'm gonna get flack for this. And honestly, I don't care. Touch some grass, but like yeah, another Naruto film that I like, and honestly, that was the first Naruto film that I watched was Roto Ninja.
Oh, the fanfic. Oh yeah, I remember wanting to watch that movie for a long time because I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. And then I watched it, I was like, okay.
Honestly, just brought in some questions and possibilities that a person would have, like what if Minato and Kushina survived, and like what kind of knife?
Turns out Naruto would have been an edgelord.
Yep.
All right, so that's about it.
Honestly, yeah. Anime films can be a bit goofy
Hit or
sometimes.
miss.
Yeah.
Hit or miss, that's what they are.
Yeah, like Bio Broly.
We don't talk about that.
We do not talk about Bio Broly.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention about the Bleach movies and the My Hero movies. Yeah, I might as well. Okay, the two Bleach movies I like were Diamond Dust Rebellion and what was the other one? Oh yes, the one with the girl that lost. That's basically, it's not Memories of it's Memories of Nobody. Yeah, that's her. The one with the Wind Shikai.
Oh, you're talking about the girl Senna.
Yeah, Senna. Yeah, that her. Kind of fitting that I forgot about her, because that's what she is. Forgot. Anyway, yeah, I like that movie. It's pretty decent. I also I think Diamond Dust is my favorite of the four. The third movie was Memories of the Rukia memory thing is whatever. It's just I didn't get much of it. And the fourth one was okay. I like the concept you're going with, but you fumbled the bag. It's like to the point where Tetsukaba wanted his name to be removed from being credited, but they were too late into it, so you have to deal with it.
What are you talking about? Hellverse, or is it another one?
Help. It's Hellverse. There's only 4 animated Bleach movies made.
Okay, so you honestly, in your honest opinion, do not like Hellverse at all.
I mean, I like the concept, but I just don't like the execution.
I mean, like that's one thing with hit or miss in any form of media, anime included. It's always about the execution.
Yeah. I mean, apparently, like in that one-shot manga, Tetsukaba reintroduced the concept of the Hellverse. So yeah, I'm very much excited for that if Bleach ever comes back for its manga, or maybe becomes an anime thing with Tetsukaba as the writer, which I'll be cool with.
I mean, like Bleach coming back, I'm guessing you're saying manga-wise because, like, what, 1,000-Year Blood War, that's concluded in the manga, correct?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Honestly, in my honest opinion, I cannot wait for Thousand Year Blood War to continue because like I feel like 13 episodes was just not enough.
Of course, it wasn't enough. I mean, oh yeah, if I remember that fan-made episode of Thousand Year Blood War I showed you?
Oh yeah, I remember, and honestly, I'm not sure which version was better, the official version with the Get Off My Bed part or the fan-made version of Get Off My Bed.
I don't give a crap who you are. Get off my back. Fun fact: the animator who made that was actually animated some scenes for the official anime.
Wow.
If I recall correctly, he's the one that animated that Yamamoto Fire Bankai.
Honestly, I was not expecting to see Yamamoto's Bankai, and that was truly something to witness.
Yeah, and the guy did a great job. Props to him for the amazing work he's done. And all to the other animators as well. I don't want to exclude them as well.
Yeah, like
they worked hard.
Like the animators working their butts off to bring in the anime adaptations for a manga series. They just deserve a lot of love because like they're working so hard and they just always on crunch time just to make sure that they deliver this one episode weekly and stuff like that. Just like it's a lot of work that they have to go through.
Yeah, that's why Boruto is on hiatus now. Finally.
And
yeah, and I blame Boruto for all the mess because Boruto like long-running weekly shonen anime that isn't Pokemon, because I feel like Pokemon's the only one that actually benefits from it, is it's just a miss. Like it's just a miss. Like stop doing it for stories that work better as shorter instead of making a bunch of useless filler at the end.
Honestly, yeah, filler arcs can be good, like we said with
OG
anime.
Naruto.
Like we said with the films, it's hit or miss. Like filler arcs can be hit or miss, but like yeah, like Naruto, like they could have just moved on to Shippuden after the Naruto versus Sasuke fight, but that we decided to get we got a lot of filler arcs after that before the series concluded.
I mean, granted, I did like some of it to be fair, but
I mean, like yeah. It's like, some of them were good. Like I will admit, some of them were good, but in terms of just like story wise, like I don't think we needed that much filler.
Yeah, like there's like a handful that I really like. That's after like the like Naruto, Choji, and Sakura working with the head of the Ichiraku ramen shop guy to like have a cook-off to save his daughter back. I like that.
Okay,
that was good.
That was nice. It was comedic.
Yeah, like it was not only that, it also did some world building of like, okay, what the ninjas eat when they're on the missions? Like, do they go scout for berries? Is there like another person that goes along with them? Like, yeah, I like that.
One thing that I will admit that fillers can be good for is world building, but other than that,
yeah, like if I recall correctly, the only other like Hinata moment that I can remember her shining is in the filler arc when she was fighting against those bees. Then we were trying to find a beetle to find Sasuke scent.
I honestly do not remember that arc.
Yeah, it's where that meme where it comes in, where Naruto saw Hinata dance naked at the night in the river.
Wait, when Naruto saw Hinata dance naked in the night. Oh yeah, I remember that episode.
Yeah, that was the arc.
Oh, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of forgot it. Like there was a lot of filler, so like.
Yeah, I don't blame you. And then there's the My Hero Academia movies. My Hero Academia has the least filler out of shonen, which is not saying much, but oh well. It is annoying with their flashbacks from recent scenes, but oh well. Anyway, yeah, the My Hero movies. The first one I remember being excited for came out like, oh okay, that was cool, but then on hindsight and rewatch, I didn't find it wasn't that good.
The first movie, like there was one moment that anybody could be hyped for, but there was one moment in the movie that people could be hyped for.
Yeah, true. And then the second movie, Heroes Rise, is one I remember being the most excited for because of like the double one for all, like Geico Bakugo defeat, and also Johnny on Bosch being the voice of the main villain. that was. I'm gonna be honest. Johnny Bosch being in the main villain lead was the reason why I was excited to watch the movie.
And what was your honest opinions about the movie? Because I will admit I have not seen that movie.
Okay, gorgeous animation, good character writing, nice story. Some moments that irked me, but that's what Bakugo. That's kind of a given. Like, it's a generally really good movie. Easily the best out of the three. Like, I liked it a lot. And since it's canon, according to recent chapters of the manga, that means you have to. But at this point, I just don't care about the canonicity of the movies. I just don't care. Just whatever. I'm not gonna pay attention to the fandoms.
Oh yeah, that's another thing that we forgot to address. Like the whole canon non-canon issue. Like what's your whole stance on that? And what's your whole stance on that? Because sometimes it can get really annoying with. Sometimes people can get really annoying with that.
At this point, I don't care for it anymore. I was like, let me just enjoy it for what it is. I don't care if it's canon or not. Anyway, third movie. Is better than the first, but not much better. Like I think the first one is the most boring out of the three. And the third one I remember liking because remember seeing that Sonic character and a character that's based off of Sonic. I was like, yeah, it's the Sonic character I like. In that Egyptian hero, which I find hilarious. And I'm guessing in Deku going full Saitama. Like I remember laughing like that. Like my dad told me he almost fell asleep when he watched the movie. I was like, dang. Like I couldn't blame him. I wasn't that invested in the movie.
If a story can't, if an anime story can't invest you, if it can't get you invested into this, if an anime can't get you invested into the story, then yeah, I don't think it would be worth watching. If you like watching it or not.
I mean, yeah, there were some good animation parts that I liked. I was like, oh, that's cool. Wow, that's awesome. But there's some fights I just straight up can't see, like the Bakugo fights and the Todoroki fights. Like the camera is going way too fast. Like my gosh. Yeah, like the My Hero Academia movies certainly have, like the strongest one is Heroes Rising. Like at best it's an 8, at worst is a 6, and the middle ground for me I'm giving it is a 7. Two Heroes is just a 3 out of 10. World's Heroes is a 4 out of 10. Yeah, and that's about it for the tie-in films. Like I can't think of any. I'm guessing there's no. That's about it. Like of shows that I watched that has a movie. I mean, I guess Yu-Gi-Oh. Oh yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh. I guess that technically counts. Let's see here. OG Yu-Gi-Oh. The last movie, Dark Side Dimension, takes place after the manga and not the anime, which makes a lot more sense because in the anime, Kaiba was there to see Atem leave, but in the manga he wasn't there. So the plot of Dark Side Dimension makes a lot more sense because it's following after the manga. And the late great Kazuki Takahashi actually animated a scene in that movie, which was pretty cool to see. I don't hear mangakas working on animation these days.
That's actually a big surprise to hear.
Yeah, like when I saw the scene he worked, I was like, oh, that was him, because I remember that scene very nicely, and I was like, that's so cool that he worked on this.
Honest.
Yeah. Do you know how he died?
I'm not going to lie. I do not know how he died. I know that it died,
he
but
drowned.
Water is very, very scary. You need it to love, but it can boil you to death, freeze you to death, and drown you to death.
Yeah, but the reason is like he drowned, but in exchange for his life, he saved another. So he died a hero.
Wow, that's actually very inspiring.
Yeah, the guy, not only the man made childhoods of millions, he also gave away his life for someone else. And the last thing he worked on, if I recall correctly, was a Spider-Man manga in his art style. And I was like, what? He drew Spider-Man in a comic? And so I immediately bought it. I still haven't read it, but the artwork looks amazing.
Wow. And it looks, and wow, and honestly, this was actually all of this new knowledge that I didn't know about. Like it was fun to learn from you. It was fun to talk to you about this stuff.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun talking about this stuff. I enjoy it, right?
Yeah, honestly, Shonaku, I have to say thank you. Thank you for joining me for this episode. It was really fun learning about this stuff. It was fun talking about anime and also discussing what the community can be like, discussing how to deal with the people of the community, and also just like just also realizing that we should just enjoy the thing. We should just enjoy the anime without letting the fan base get ruining it for us.
Yeah.
It was really fun. It was really fun learning this stuff with you and also talking to you about this stuff. And honestly, I have to say thank you for joining me on this very first episode of my talk show or podcast, whatever it is.
Okay, continue.
Go on, continue. I'm done talking.
Okay. Well, thank you for letting me be the guest of your first ever episode, man. I'm honored. Thank you so much, man. I mean, this had fun. I'm looking forward to many other future episodes.
Yeah, like I'm looking forward to making more episodes because, like, yeah, things have been quite. I don't know how to describe it, but yeah, I'm looking forward to making more episodes. My only problem would be finding more guests. But I think I have another guest in mind for my next topic for next week. But yeah, this was really fun. I hope you like the haunted house. I hope you all like all. Sorry guys. Wow, not just doing outros for this yet. Anyways, I hope you all liked your journey to the haunted house, everybody, and I hope you liked I hope you like our discussion with anime today. Discussion of anime. Anything you'd like to say before we end the episode, Shonaku?
Yes. Peace out, mates.
Okay, this was the first episode, and I hope you tune in next week. Keep it ill and keep haunting, my Ghost Tommy. This is Lee, your Ghost Supreme, signing out. Ciao.